Brad,
What's up, pal?
I just got done watching Die Hard 2, and the tagline for the movie is Die Harder. How do you die harder?
Well, I think it's just like if you die harder the second time than you did the first time, no big deal.
Well, how do you die harder when you already die hard?
It's a good question. I think maybe what it is maybe for those that are around you that didn't die hard the first time around, they're going to die harder now than you died hard the first time you died hard. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, and damn it, you're spot on. Woo! Yippee Ki Yay, mother...
What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Reel Hunting, where we hunt for the good reels so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad, got the Brett man over there, and today we are freaking knocking down the next review in our Die Hard franchise series review, and we're going to be talking about Die Hard 2, Die Harder, and we're excited about it. Brett, how are you doing today? First, I wanted to throw in that this movie is I want to start telling you guys this is a movie you guys can find it on HBO Max if you guys haven't seen it before, or if you want to watch it again and don't own it. Now, Brett, how are you doing today?
Dude, I am so good, man. I'm just ready to die harder, man. I don't know how you can. Well, we're not going to get in that discussion right now. That's just a mystery all on its own. So I'm ready to talk about our boy, John Mcclane, for a never acting of just chaotic terrorist scenarios, man. So let's do it.
Let's do it. Now, this movie came out in July of 1990, and it was directed by Rennie Harlin, who, by the way, directed Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Just a fun fact for you guys in the horror community. This movie's about John Mcclane, your boy from the first one, who comes in. He's at Washington now, waiting on his wife to fly in. He's staying with the in-laws. He's not having a great time. He drives the in-laws car to the airport. It gets towed. He's waiting on the wife to land. She's in a plane. And while he's there at the airport, freaking terrorists take over. They start freaking taking control essentially of the airport. And they shut down all the communications with the plane, so they don't know where they're going. And he pretty much has to kick ass again and save his wife for the second time around. How can the same shit happen to the same guy twice? Now, Brett, would you like to fill us in on the cast real quick?
Dude, I would love to do that for you, my friend. The cast is Bruce Willis returning as one Mr. John Mcclane. We also got Bonnie Bedelia reprising her role as Holly McClane. And then we got that douchebag reporter for Richard Thornburg, which is played by William Atherton. And then, of course, we get our boy Al Powell back, who plays him is Reginald Vale Johnson. And, of course, we got one of our bad guys of William Sadler.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's kick off with the positives of this thing, Brett. Do you want me to start? You want to start?
Sure. I'll go ahead and start. A big positive for me is just anything you can get in a chaotic scenario with John Mcclane. It's just you're in for a fun time with quirky lines, badass moments. He delivered it in this movie. I thought he did a really good job. Just another step within his character. And I actually like the interactions between the reporter Rick Thornburg and Holly in this movie too. I thought they had a lot more of the spotlight in this movie, and I thought they're I wouldn't say not a relationship, but kind of just interactions between the two characters. I thought it was really good. Rick you're not supposed to like Rick, so he does a good job for us, the viewers, to not like him, and we just feel bad for Holly the entire time, and she does a good job just expressing her feelings, kind of what we're feeling at the time. We want that reporter to get just hit right in the schnocker, man. So, but yeah, other than that, just the action sequences, the explosions, all that was just really well done.
Absolutely, I agree. So kind of the same thing. The biggest positive for me is Bruce Willis. He comes back. He brings with him some of that humor from the first one. You see that rocking and rolling again. He's very entertaining to watch. Once again, he's still talking to himself. He has that great line of dialogue. He's like, "Oh, just for once, I want a freaking regular Christmas with a little bit of eggnog, a Christmas tree, and a little turkey. But no, I'm stuck freaking climbing around in this tin can." And I love that. How can the same shit happen to the same guy 2 years in a row? Love all that stuff. I like the setting kind of changed from taking it out of LA, going somewhere different and bringing the snow in. I thought that was cool.
Mhm.
I thought that was nice. And the setting of the airport was cool too. It was nice. And you could kind of feel the stakes at play there with that. When you have so many planes circulating, and they had that, awesome moment where they crash land one of the planes by changing the sea level elevation. So that was all cool stuff, man.
We've got you.
The effects were good, especially with the explosions with the planes on the first crash, and then the one there towards the end of the movie as well. I really did like those effects. And what about freaking Bruce Willis with the damn icicle too, dude? He freaking jabs that thing down in somebody's eyeball, man, straight out of freaking Black Christmas.
Dude, the ultimate murder weapon, man, because the evidence and the fingerprints all melt away.
They melt away, dude, and it was a cool kill, man. It was awesome.
Again, I'm surprised that the bad guy didn't see it coming,
God dang it. It was all good stuff, and like you said too, man, I did enjoy Mr. Thornburg having a bigger role in this movie. I think he did a pretty good job, and he was entertaining to watch. So that's all.
Yeah, and I'll throw another one, Mr. John McClane line for you that I really liked. It was the where the girl reporter was trying to get a few words, and he goes, "I got a few words. Fuck off."
Yeah, I love that.
I love that. That was just so John McClane, like it's awesome.
Yeah, that and the freaking just the facts, man, just the facts. I like that. Yeah, he countless one-liners. He was great. What about negatives, man? Anything stand out to you? Negative?
Well, before we get to negatives, I really have some like little mixed aspects to it. The big mix for me is the bad guy, like the villains in this movie. Again, it's not their fault. Just Hans Gruber is such an iconic bad guy. It's hard to get back to that level for John McClane to fight. Like it felt like he could easily take out these people more, even though they had to kind of show where these guys are more deadlier and all that. But I just never really got that like invested into these bad guys. Like they were cool looking and all that, but I just wasn't heavily invested in them like I was with Hans Gruber. And the other mixed aspect, I liked my boy Marv.
Marv was good, yeah.
Yeah, Marv was a good like humor character, kind of like how Argyle was in the first one, but he wasn't quite as good as Argyle. Argyle's still my boy, but I thought he did his role to serve as kind of like a comedic role in this film.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I agree. I like Marv, and I kind of like the cop, the lieutenant guy or whatever Rinky was.
Yeah, I've seen him before. Where was he? I've seen him before.
He's been in a lot of stuff, man. Like he's pretty famous. But yeah, going in kind of to the negatives a little bit. There's just a few things that while I like the story did feel a little bit fresh from the first one. Like it's a different storyline. It's not the same kind of hostage takeover situation, but there were a lot of parallels, which is good. The parallels are good, but I didn't like his wife's character, freaking Miss Gennaro. What's her name in the movie? I don't know. Holly Gennaro. Yeah, Holly. I didn't really like her being, again, resorted to being a damsel in distress kind of thing up on the plane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they could have had some more character because they didn't really get together at all in this movie, and I thought they did pretty well together in the first one. And I liked. I didn't think my biggest negative though. I mean, the action, and I'm trying not to compare it to the first one because that one's a fantastic movie, but I didn't think the action scenes were as edited as well as they were in the first one. A lot of kind of cutaways and going back and forth between they're shooting the gun. Nothing's really. It doesn't flow very well. Some of the action. And it's something I've never really noticed before, but watching it this time, I kind of picked up. I'm like, these are kind of choppy action scenes, quick edits, things like that. Obviously, the villain's nowhere near as good as Hans Gruber. It's probably, I haven't seen the fifth movie yet at the time of the recording, but the villain in this one's my least favorite of all the movies. He's just kind of, he's kind of just bland, and I don't know, he's kind of your generic
had that
villain.
weird scene at the beginning of just like whatever the hell he was doing with that TV with like no clothes on. I can't explain that.
You didn't like that, dude?
No, I'm like, this is not needed. Like, not needed.
But yeah, that's my biggest issues. I mean, the fight scenes weren't as good either. Like when they're not as natural feeling as they were in the first one. Again, I'm trying not to compare it, but it's hard not to.
Like the baggage claim fight was like to me my favorite for some reason. I know it shouldn't be, but I feel like that's the one I will always remember, and that's not good for a sequel to such a high movie from Die Hard.
Yeah, it was good. That was my favorite as well, and I didn't really like the twist. The twist itself I didn't mind, but the way they kind of did it at the end, where the army guys coming in were actually bad guys. I mean, they had so many opportunities before to go ahead and kill John McClane, and they didn't, just for the sake of the twist, I guess. But outside of that, I mean, those are nitpicks. Some of them are a little bit larger, but either way, I really enjoyed the film overall. What are your negatives there?
Two big negatives that stand out for me. The first one, the way they used Pal, I was extremely disappointed. He was like, honestly, if John McClane was not in the movie, he would have been my favorite character. So just to have him on there just for like a cameo.
Yeah,
extremely disappointed because he brings like the lightheartedness. I really honestly thought that he was like a whole phone call scenario thing again, like just to replay that. But hell, that would be better than not having Pal. So that was the biggest negative I have.
I agree. That was on my list too. I forgot to mention it. You're right on with that.
Oh, absolutely. And then the last negative for me, I'm not going to say it's big. Some of the action sequences are so unrealistic. Like when John McClane had the lighter and hit that gas fuel and going right up to the air.
Yippee Ki Yay, motherfucker.
I'm like, no, that can't happen in real life. And of course, using the
it might the freaking with the gas, dude. Just wait till you get to the later ones.
We could freaking do MythBusters on that. I guess we just need a plane and a lot of money.
Fire will follow gas, dude. No doubt.
Oh man, but another thing too is just the coincidence of him blowing up that plane, and you had that strip of fire to help land all the other planes. It's freaking cold outside, the wind's blowing. You're telling me that doesn't put the fire out?
Oh no, gas fires are hard to put out, dude. They'll freaking flame on.
Well, damn, good thing I didn't sign up to be a firefighter. But that's just those for me. They just didn't really sit well. But again, the big negative is not having Pal. That was just a missed opportunity for this movie.
Yeah, I agree. That's the one thing. I like bringing it out of LA, but I didn't like the cast not Pal being a bigger part of it at the same time. So, but yeah, man. Overall, that's it. That's all. Is that all for you, man?
Yeah, that's really all I got, which, again, disappointing because I was just going after the high of Die Hard just to go with a sequel. And a goal of the sequel is to bring more from the original, but 2 times more. And I feel like it really did not deliver on that promise. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be blaming the director on that because they didn't bring back the director from the first one.
No, they did not. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I had a good time with it. It was a great action movie from the '80s. And definitely, if you're into Die Hard, I think you're going to enjoy it. If you like the first one, I think you'll like the second one, at least somewhat. Let's get into the rating, man. You ready for it?
Alrighty, this will be our first review. We get to use our new rating system, so I am excited. For the rating of this, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Like, you're going to have a good time with it, but I'm just going to let y'all, or just warn you guys, don't expect like the same level as you get from Die Hard. Just treat it as it is.
Yeah, man. It's not going to be as good as Die Hard, but I still give it a 3.5 out of 5. Just because Bruce Willis here is fantastic. I almost said Bruce Wayne. Bruce Willis is great, and it is still an awesome setting and a good it's a well-made action movie. So that will bring our combined score to 3.25 out of 5, which is what, Bert? Tell us what
that would be your old average Joe's gymnasium, my friend.
Average Joe is what this thing is going to be, man. So overall, good times. Nothing too crazy, but you will enjoy it.
I got to ask one question before we get out of here, my friend.
Go ahead.
Is this a Christmas movie?
That's pretty much. I mean, if the first one is, this one is. I don't think so.
I would say it's as much of as a Christmas movie as the first one. Like, easily have like the holiday spirit and like just like vibes, like with everybody trying to get home for the holidays and all that. But I don't think it was great. Like, I'm not sure that's like what they were going for. But easily the first one is, and this one it sort of is.
Right, you are. Well, what do you want to tell them about the comment section and stuff?
Absolutely, man. What did you all think about Die Hard 2, Die Harder? Did you like it a lot better than we did, or you kind of like feel the same way with us? It's just like your average show, or do you just despise this movie? Just let us know in that comment section down below, and just let's get that discussion rolling, and let's talk about our boy John Mcclane.
Right, you are, man. And if you want to help us find the good reels, you can do so at Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and newly added to the list is Twitter. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, which the next video is going to be down there included. I just at the time of the recording and when we created Twitter. So we are now officially on Twitter. So just tweet away.
Tweet away. Tweet away. All right, take us home.
Alrighty, and of course, if you enjoy our content, be sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel. We are on that quest to 100 subs so we can see our boy Matt Fauci rap. And of course, ring that bell, ding, 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 so you know when the next video is up.
Right, you are. Let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds good. Of course, we have the rest of the Die Hard series coming, so be sure to subscribe, check out the playlist, and you can check out our Die Hard review as well. We will put a link for that up here. And we had a good time with you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys.
I just want a little turkey and some eggnog. Woo!
Like, how hard is that?
Not going to happen this year, Dan.